after the last game, you had played more games than any team in the Big Ten, and just the stretch of road games lately. What's the fatigue factor right now with this group, and how are you trying to manage that, at least getting through tomorrow?
Yeah, our guys, I think you saw it in the game the other night. I thought we did play tired, and finally we found a way to pull back into the game late in the second half, and it's been a really tough stretch, and we knew that. We knew this was going to be as tough a 4-game stretch as we had with those 3 road games in Wisconsin at home, and then finishing off the tough stretch with Michigan tomorrow. And we finally get the bye week. I think we're the last team in the league to get it, and we just got to find a way to get through it tomorrow. We're playing a team that's coming off of their best game, I thought, from start to finish of the season. Michigan's played 12 games in league. They've had the lead at halftime in 10 of them, and in one of them that they didn't have a lead, they were down 1 to Illinois. The only game that really they were in a tough position was at Purdue, which pretty much everybody when they go to Purdue is in that situation. So it's a team, it's going to be playing with confidence after finding a way to beat a very good Wisconsin team, and we got to come out of the gate strong. It's going to be very important in this one, is to get off to a good start, and then hopefully play the way we're supposed to, and do do the things that make us successful for 40 minutes.
You started with the bigger lineup the other night. What went into that decision?
Well, we wanted to get our most physical guys out there early in the game, and obviously it didn't pay off. We were not very good early in that game at Northwestern. So we'll figure it out. We played a couple different lineups in practice today, and we'll make that decision and shoot around tomorrow on how we're going to start. Because I thought Jamarcus was terrific. I thought Jamarcus really gave us a nice spark off the bench. I thought he was aggressive in transition. He had a couple of really nice finishes at the basket, hit a big 3 for us late, I think, to cut it to 9, and gave us a chance. So I was proud of Jamarcus. He talked to me about really liking that role of coming off the bench, and we'll see. We have to do what's best for us as far as the lineup is concerned. But Jamarcus did like that change in just change the rhythm of his game, I thought, in the flow, and he played one of his better games of the year.
Coach, you also said that you sound like a broken record, but turnovers and offensive rebounds. What's the focus been since the Northwestern game, and how do you try to find that spark and just crack through?
The focus has been rebounding and taking care of the ball. As simple as that. I mean, I wish I could say something else, guys, but sometimes, and I'll say this, we blocked out better. We actually hit on a lot of occasions. We just didn't come up with the ball. Whether we went up with one hand or a guy reached over top of us. You got to find a way to finish those off. We tried to go through and get a loose ball with one hand and almost dribble it, as opposed to coming to a jump stop, securing that thing with 2, and going and playing on the other end. And then they beat us on a 50-50 ball on the floor, and that just seemed to happen for most of the first half. And when you do those things, you're going to dig yourself a big hole, and it's virtually impossible on the road to come back on a really good team like Northwestern that hasn't lost a game in league. I was proud of the guys for finding a way to get back into it, as opposed to losing 20-25. We found a way to get that thing back to single digits, and we got to learn from the mistakes that were made in that game and hopefully correct and play a complete game tomorrow night.
Specifically with Michigan's personnel, what stands out to you?
Physicality. I mean, and I guess you could probably say that about most teams in this league, but it's another team that's over 30% on offensive rebound percentage, and you just got to find a way to compete on the glass, because they're coming. They come every possession to the glass, and we have to make first contact. If not, obviously we're not athletic and long enough to get those balls when we don't make first contact. The other thing is we got to find a way to generate some extra possessions, and we've been under 5 the last 2 games on the offensive rebounds, and that's another reason. Josiah, and I talked to him about this, played the other night without a rebound. That can't happen. When we play a bigger lineup like that, Rink didn't rebound great the other night. Our guards have to get in and join the fight and find a way to help when that thing goes up and get the long ones. With analytics, those long shots equal long rebounds, and our guards have to get in there. Our bigs are locked up with some monsters in there, so our guards have to do a better job of attacking the glass as well.
I think Doug McDaniel's still serving that road game suspension. How different is Michigan with him and without him?
Well, again, I look at the success that they've had in long stretches, whether they've had Doug McDaniel on the floor or not. And like I said, 10 of their 12 games they've had leads at halftime. the other one was virtually even, and then Purdue. So, Doug McDaniel obviously is a hell of a player, but they got other really good players on this team, and again, we're gonna have to be on top of our game, to win this one tomorrow.
What are some challenges getting prepared for him being in the lineup versus not, and he's not?
Well, I mean, I think that it's pretty clear on what his suspension is.
Right.
So we're preparing for Llewellyn to play the majority of the minutes at the point. A guy that's shooting around 50% from the 3-point line. That's the other thing. They really shoot it. They're third in the league in 3-point percentage. They've got a lot of weapons. They've got size. So whether he's on the floor or not, this is definitely a dangerous team. And he was really good, Doug, against Wisconsin in their win the other night.
How's Jawan come along in his play and health-wise just in the past couple weeks returning?
Yeah, he's doing good. He obviously we've been playing him a lot of minutes. It hurt when he fouled out the other night, but the one thing Jawan's going to bring every time he steps on the floor is energy and physicality and versatility. I liked him guarding on the perimeter. He's a very good perimeter defender. He moves his feet well, and obviously has the ability to guard against bigger guys as well. As I talked to him about, he's got to get back to that junkyard dog offensive rebounding mentality and get after it and go generate some extra possessions for us, especially when we're not making shots at a high clip.
You've coached teams that are hungry with nothing to lose down the stretch. Michigan's in a similar situation. How do you approach this game, being in that situation before?
Yeah, I mean, listen, teams in our league are playing start to finish. They're playing really well right now, and Penn State's rolling right now with another big win for them last night over Iowa. Minnesota's got it going right now. I mean, start top to bottom, this league is very dangerous. So if you're not ready to go when that ball goes up and when you lace them up, you're gonna get knocked off. I don't care who you're playing. That's obviously shown. Wisconsin was in the top of the league a week ago, and Michigan knocks them off and played a great game. So we're gonna have to be on our A game the rest of the way. We got 7 games left, and every one of them is incredibly important. And one at a time, but we got to be in our A game if we're gonna have a chance to play in the postseason.
With the ball security, how much of that, at least recently, is a byproduct of just fatigue, or how much is it just mental?
It's more carelessness to me, Robin. And those are the ones that just kill you. Is the unforced. You throw it with one hand and they run through the passing lane to get a dunk. That happened the other night. We showed him about 30 clips of Barnheiser. He gets at least one of those a game. He got 2 of them at our place, and we just casually give him the ball. Playing in tight spaces, all those things, and we watch them. I promise you, we watch them every game in our cleanup, and it's just got to be an effort because we've shown we're capable of taking care of the ball. But when we don't, we have a tough time winning.
Yes, Coach.
How do you anticipate managing the bye week? I know you're going to game tomorrow, but
I'm not there yet. We got a game tomorrow, and then we'll figure out the bye week.
Is everybody healthy?
Yeah. Eli is still hurt, and Ramel was back on the practice floor today, and we'll see how we go tomorrow.
All right, thanks.